G'day, Goldson here. Today I got the Leatherworking Old Army setup. I've been playing around with the new build on the beta, and I think I've come up with the perfect plan that I'm going to use to set up my leather workers, and I want to go through that with you. Alright, so the goal of the build, because you got to have a plan for every build or whatever it is you're doing in life, the goal is to utilize concentration to convert cheap materials into rank 3 reagents. Okay, huge emphasis on convert here. Alright, concentration equals gold. This is what I've come down to as a fact. The more concentration you have, the more gold you can make, especially when considering a competitive market. Okay, what reagents we're going to have a look at. So, speaking of leatherworking, we got the 5 rare hides, and these are the spore coated hide, crystal fused hide, writhing hide, ley fused hide, or Carapace-Backed Hide. So they're the 5 hides, and chitin armor banding. So these are the items that we're going to focus on, crafting them at rank 3. So why these reagents? Well, the rank 3 items are needed to craft max rank gear. It's pretty simple. In the War Within, to be able to craft the max rank 5 gear, you need rank 3 materials to even get into that bracket. So, crafted leather gear, crafted mail gear, and the crafted PvP gear. The crafted PvP gear is going to be pretty expensive on launch, because every man and their dog is going to be going for this items as anything, right? So, and yeah, I reckon people would, the demand for rank 3 of these items at the start, and then these later on. Okay, so I've got a minimum build, and it requires you to have 82 skill. It requires you to have common tools, just the green ones, which will give you 18 skill. So if you add that up, that's 100 skill there. And you want to have minimum 60 knowledge points. And we're going to be focusing with the secondary stats. We're going to primary focus on multi-craft and ingenuity, and I'll have my thoughts at the end. For the maximum build, so it's a min-max. So the minimum is like what you need to get the ball rolling, and the maximum build is like late game. And that's basically you got your skill up to 100. And you've got 145 knowledge points obtained per ult. Okay, and it assumes that you got the rare blue tools, which will give you 40 skill. And same on the secondary stats, multi-craft and ingenuity. Okay, let's talk a little bit about concentration. So I did some testing so far on the beta, and we're gonna get 1 concentration every 5 minutes, or 2,000 a week, 1,000 every 3.5 days, which is what we're going to be focusing on here later. Average 286 per day on average, or an average of 12 per hour. So you can either write that down, because I'm pretty sure this is a finalized statistics, because it makes total sense to me mathematically that they want this to be the finalization. But okay, we're going to go through the step by step, so you can follow along. If you're watching this on live, you can basically follow these steps. Just pause the video and then follow the steps to set up each of your old armies. And yeah, so we'll go step 1. You want to level up to skill 82, right? And then you want to obtain these reagents. So to go up to to get up to 82, we want to go and obtain these items. So I've made like a list of what we need. So this is effectively a shopping list. So you can like pause the screen, whatever, write it down, make a note. So I'm going to be buying these items, and then I'm going to proceed to step 2. So this one's pretty basic. Craft everything from the trainer once, except craft 4 of the Carapace-Backed Hides, because you need extra for the first time hides, the first time craft on the hides, right? Once you finish that, you should be around 60 to 62. This step's pretty self-explanatory. Like you can, you know, craft everything from the trainer once. So that's when you go through your first craft bonus filter and just craft everything, right? Because you already bought all the materials. So you bought all the materials and now you crafted one of everything, but make sure you craft 4 instead of 1 of these Carapace-Backed Hides. This one's important. So step 3, you want to unlock this. Once you've done all that, then unlock your first specialization, and you want that to be Flawless Fortes, which will be on the far right side of the specialization tree. You want to place 10 points in, and then once you unlock the first subspec, unlock the Arathi Armorer. This one's important. So 10 points in. The first thing you want to do is unlock Flawless Fortes, 10 points, and then again go down and unlock the first node. Because this will give you the recipe Blessed Weapon Grip, right? So that's important. So 10 points in, get this recipe, and then we'll go to the next step. So next step 4, it would be to craft 21 Storm Touch weapon wraps. So it has to be 21. You've got enough materials in that list I give you. So once you've crafted 21, then proceed to craft 22, because you've had 1 from the first time craft, plus 21 is 22, so now you've got enough to make 22 of those blessed weapon grips, right? So, and then once you craft that, once you've crafted those two, once you've crafted 22 of those, go to the next step. You want to purchase or craft the profession tools, the common ones, the green ones I was talking about. So I'll just buy them off the auction house, because by the time you're setting up your old army, they'll be on the auction house. It's probably better, it's probably more time efficient just to buy your own, you know. And the purpose of that is to give you that 18 skill points, alright? So it doesn't matter what quality it is. It can be rank 1, rank 5, doesn't matter, it's still going to give you 18 skill points, but ideally you want rank 5, right? Okay, so step 6 is spend the remaining 50 points, because the build requires 60, so you want to spend the remaining 50 points into Flawless Fortes, 5 into that, and then 30 into Spotless Stitching. This is going to give you the most skill. That's going to give you like 70 skill just towards crafting these, right? So this is all calculated, so these points, these 60 points is the minimum build, right? So 60 points here. Got your green tools and equipment. If you want to min-max a little bit more, get the multi-craft missive if you want to get a crafting order happening. And if you want to get, you know, expressive, you know, chuck an enchant on it. But like, I personally won't bother with it. I'll just probably try and save some more gold and wait for the rare tools, and that way you only have to buy it once. Okay, so the minimum build 60 points, green tools. You could probably skip these ones here, and then just get the 82 skill. Right? How to use it effectively? Well, this build requires you to log in on a bi-weekly schedule, right? So let's say every Wednesday and every Saturday, or like whenever the world quests reset, you can probably use that to time it. But like say it's like a Wednesday, whatever, and you just want to determine what reagents you'll craft. So you want to base that on price and demand. So whether you want to sort out your own spreadsheet or have knowledge of the market or what people are wanting, you know, this one you be able to this build allows you to choose what are those reagents to focus on. So like say once you know what you're going to purchase, then you just go and purchase all the materials, chuck them in the wall bank, and then on the Wednesday just log in to your alts and then craft as many rank 3 reagents as you can by using the concentration, right? So just craft as many as you can. This build is the minimum build for you to push into the rank 2 tier, and then use concentration to go all the way up to level of like the rank 3 materials. Okay, conclusions and my thoughts. Like first question obvious, how many alts are you gonna have, Goldson? Well, I haven't really worked that out yet. I'm gonna go through all of the professions and have a plan for each one, and then I'll determine how many I'm gonna allocate to this build. You know, it might be 10, it might be 20, I don't know. I'm gonna work that out later. So stay tuned for a video on my final plan for War Within, and it's going to be pretty full on, but I've got to get all this done before launch, because I just want to, on launch I'm going to just cruise on through and just chip away at all my goals. So a question would be, why multicraft and ingenuity? I'm thinking multicraft with this build, resourcefulness isn't really a thing, because we're basically using the cheapest rank 1 mats, you know, rank 1 and rank 2, like whatever's the cheapest, that's the material we use. So, and the rank and the way the setup works now with the War Within, rank 1, 2 and 3 reagents actually matters. So yeah, like multicraft's going to be your bread and butter, because you know, multicraft, it's the best. It's best, man. You're just going to get more reagents procking over time. Like say if you craft 1,000 times and you got a percentage multicraft next to it, that's just more gold. There you go. Ingenuity is second option, because we want to be able to craft more over time. Ingenuity over time, when you think of it, the big picture of it, the grand scheme, like the whole, let's say over 12 months, ingenuity is going to be your second best, because like you think about it, if you're crafting like 10 a week or whatever, 10 items a week, ingenuity might make you make 12 or 13 times how many weeks in the year, you know, like that's my logic on it. So the biggest question here is, where is the value? Because I went through and worked it out, and I said to myself, like, far out, the value in this is basically converting the rank 1 materials into the rank 3s. So it's like you're getting the cheap items and then converting it, but with concentration, to the higher desired mats. That's basically it. The value, like if you fully max out a leather worker, you can guaranteed craft these reagents, but it's going to cost you more, because you need rank 3 mats to guarantee it. So like it's going to be, we haven't worked out the prices yet, but I'm sure once we work out the prices, because there's going to be people that mass craft these reagents, but they're going to do it at a cost. Whereas I'm going to make my value is by taking the cheap materials converting it into the higher rank stuff and then selling it like at 10% lower than the average price, because that means like I'm always going to be cheaper than someone who's just mass crafting it, and you times that by how many alts you have. That's the value, in my opinion. Okay, now this is a little bonus, but the maximum leveling path, which is an additional 85 points, and that's basically points into the learned leatherworking tree. So that's focusing on like this industrious innovator, that's your multi-craft, and then this commanding concentration, that's your ingenuity. So you got multi-craft, ingenuity, and the learned leatherworking is just additional skill. So yeah, so you get 30 skill with the multi-craft, so you want to gun for the multi-craft first because it gives you skill and multi-craft. That's a no-brainer. So once you do all that, so the total build is like what, like 145 points if you want to go this craziness. But like the minimum profession skill, because you'll probably be 100 by the time you get fully decked out, because you got like things like the Dark Moon Fair give you skill points and just other random stuff. Probably more weapon grips, but it doesn't really matter because the concentration is tweaked. Assuming you have the best profession tools and enchants, like this is like the real maximum. Now, you don't have to do this, but over time, because everyone gets the leveling build, everyone's going to have the 60 leveling build, the minimum build. But if you want to be competitive against them, you're going to have the maximum leveling path. You know, like eventually. Because eventually at the end of the war within, this maximum leveling path will be the BIS. They'll be the one making the most gold throughout the whole expansion. So the quicker you can get to this, the better. So just another one note here, this will just increase your procs and be able to craft more. So just want to say thanks for I'm old school, I'm a millennial, so I haven't done a PowerPoint since high school, so it's just the way I like to make content, I guess. So I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, Goldston out.